Begin to read a book that will help you move towards your dream. Les Brown. In our last episode, we were lounging around Phosphorescent Bay. We departed for a day sail to another small mangrove forest just along the south side of Puerto Rico. We were only there one night since we wanted to get to a tropical beach and out of the mangroves. We arrived at Green Beach the next day. Alright, so we just arrived on the northwest tip of Vieques. It's a little island just east of Puerto Rico. You can actually see Puerto Rico just over my shoulder there. So it's not too far away from, I guess, the main island of Puerto Rico. But it's a great little anchorage. There's like us, one other boat just pulling in, and another boat over that way. But you can see over my shoulder we got some beautiful palm trees, a nice beach, some rocks with the waves splashing. Can't beat it after a short little trip from the island. What do you think, babe? It's a good spot?
It looks like paradise to me. One other boat, one boat over there on the move, but it's going north.
Yeah.
And a nice little secluded beach. We're not rolly. I hear waves crashing. The sun's getting ready to set, and dinner's ready.
Let's go eat.
Pretty good.
Dinner, sundowners, and watching the rocky beach glow in the diminishing sunlight was the perfect end to a day at sea. The next morning, we jumped in the water to swim to the beach. We were able to see lots of coral and fish along the way.
This is an incredible snorkeling spot. We saw more coral, more fish. The landscape is incredible. I just don't have enough adjectives to describe it. Amazing, incredible, awe-inspiring.
After a few hours enjoying the sun, sand, and palm trees, we swam back to Unwritten Timeline. Although we had a picturesque anchorage, all was not well aboard Unwritten Timeline. The next morning, we woke up early to get underway. Our plans had changed and we needed to get to a bigger city so we could order parts for the Watermaker. We did have an amazing sunrise to make up for the change in plans, though. Alright, so today is one of those days where living on a boat isn't exactly all it's cracked up to be. We had been having some problems with our Watermaker recently. It was only doing like 2 gallons an hour, and so since it was putting out so little water, we didn't really notice at first, but it was basically brine water or salt water that was going into our tanks. We didn't really notice it because we had the tanks full of fresh water. But we quickly figured that out. So now we have salt water in our tanks. So after leaving Vieques, we decided to just skip Culebra, which you can see actually right behind me there. We'll have to catch that next season when we come down to the Caribbean, because right now we're going to head over to St. Thomas. It's kind of a bigger area in the Bahamas for stuff like that. We're going to pull up to a marina, I think American Yacht Harbor, on the eastern side of St. Thomas. We'll be there for about 5 days, try to get the Watermaker fixed, get the boat cleaned up, clean out the freshwater tanks now that they've got salt water in them. It's a good opportunity, I guess, to go ahead and clean out those tanks. Get the boat clean, refresh a little bit, and then we'll be on our way. I got a friend of mine, Jesse, who actually rode with us on Teddy J's boat. I'll put a link for that video up here if you want to check that out. But I sailed across the Caribbean Sea back to Florida with him a while ago. So I think after St. Thomas, we're going to sail down the islands, figure out where he is, because he's somewhere in the Caribbean right now. And then go hang out with him for a bit, and then just sail north along the islands until it's time for us to get out of the Caribbean. But right now, we're heading towards St. Thomas. Give you guys a little look at that. When Lisa wasn't enjoying the breeze on the salon deck, she was dipping her toes in the water off the transom. It turned out to be a pretty good trip from Vieques to St. Thomas.
I'm riding the waves.
We got a slip in St. Thomas and checked out the local wildlife while we ordered our parts. Just leaving Pizza Pie and Christmas Cove. That's an awesome business idea. Pizza for everybody out on the water. They even do delivery now, so be sure to check them out if you're in St. Thomas. We had to wait about a week for the Watermaker membrane to arrive. We decided to venture out and check out St. John Island. It was a short 6 nautical mile trip over to Maho Bay, and most of the mooring balls were free when we arrived. We jumped in the clear blue water as soon as we were tied to the mooring. We checked out the mooring and it was well maintained. These are usually anchored to the seafloor with a portion of chain and line. There is a float attached to the line so you can grab it from the water. These are usually very secure into the seabed. As long as the road from the seafloor to the float is in good shape, a mooring will hold very well and also reduce the needed scope, allowing more vessels in an anchorage at once. There are many more fish in the bay. Oh, and I almost forgot. We managed to find a couple turtles. Next time, Lisa and I take a long hike around St. John. If you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss our future episodes. And we'll see you guys next time. Ignore the clock and the things that confine me.